iCollectr.com, we allow you to create your own collection online. And unlike many other places, you get to choose what category you collect, whether it be comics, coins, stamps, whatever it is you collect, whether it's common or unique, you get to create your categories and then add your items to those categories. So for example, in this collection, I have some coins and some comics and one stamp. If we go ahead and filter this, we can see each of these sets. And very similar, we can create a new set. So if we create a new category and we call it error coins, meaning coins with errors in the minting, we can see here's all our categories at this moment. Error coins, and we can add an item now. We can come in here and say Jefferson error, and we can select our category. Here's the interesting thing. We can also add a certification authority. In this case, I have a example certification number I found on the internet, and it's with the authority PCGS. So at this point, if I go over here and I grab US coins and this image, and we go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and create this item. At this point, the item is created, and you're left on the screen to create more items. In case you have several items you want to keep entering into the database, you get to stay on the screen. But if you look at your collection, you'll see that there is this new coin made. There's also a button that's been created right over here. This button is dynamic, and it links to the actual PCGS authority. So what happens with iCollectr.com is that when you enter an item that has information on a certification authority as well, and you enter a cert number for that authority, a link is auto-generated right here in this column. And you can see it's also, here's a few more. This is again is with PCGS. iCollectr.com is currently compatible with 4 different certification authorities, including CGC, NGC, IGC, and PCGS. When you add these items with an image, they are automatically appended to your own personal gallery. This is a URL that you can share and pass around to others. It's public. If you add an item that has no image, it will not be appended to this gallery. It's only for items you upload and add that have image material. Other features at iCollectr would be the actual pricing. So if I add an item in here, let's call it Amazing Spider-Man number 24. We'll give it a quality. We'll say it's a comic. And I don't know, let's say the year is 1964. Let's go ahead and add some pricing information in. Let's say I paid $124 for this. And let's say that the market value is currently $320. I'll go ahead and create this item. And I'm going to create another one. Let's go ahead and do, let's call it a 1890 California stamp. And let's go ahead and give it a year. And let's give it a price. Let's say I paid $16 for this, and let's say it's worth about $23. Let's go ahead and create that item. Alright, so I've added a couple items to we can go ahead and see, rather than try and hunt for these, I'm going to go ahead and simply, if I wanted to, but let's take a look. You'll notice I put in some pricing here. I put in $124, market value of $320, and let's take a look down here. At the bottom here, you'll see this cost tally. The total cost for my collection is $125, but that's not the total collection. That's just the view that I'm in. In this case, it's comics. So for my comics, I have a potential market value of $325, which is a potential profit of $197. That's due to this data that I've entered in for the pricing. Now, if I do want to check the total value or the market value, I do make a connection with eBay, and whether there's a value I've entered or not, the link is always there. And what it will do is look for similarly sold items. In fact, here it is. It's a 1965 Marvel Comics Amazing Spider-Man number 24. This is exactly what I put up there. It says that this quality here is worth $77, and this one's sold for $36. So I mean, if these are selling for these prices, I assume that is market value. So if I came in here, I go, wow, this is really overinflated. This is really only worth $77, and I update this item, and I come back. We're going to see something interesting. The tally is automatically updated, and you'll see now my potential profit dropped to minus $45.75. So we can continue on here and take a look at the fact we can reset the filter so we can see all our items together, and we can get a total cost. When the filter is reset so that every category of collectible items you have is at $14.47, I mean is being shown, you can see the total profit here is $14.47. At any point, you can always export your data to CSV. And then once exported, you can pull it up in Excel. It's taking a moment, and there it is. So if you did have a large collection and you were wanting to keep it local or import it into another piece of software, you can totally take and export your entire collection to CSV format at any time. If you do have an item that you want to look for directly, you can always search for it. And at any time, you can request help through the Contact Us.